All right. Welcome to the Gehenna Gaming Group. This is a test video of hopefully the final rendition of our renovated studio. There are some things, I mean, obviously this is not a complete final studio. It's just the final beta version. We're just gonna go with it, and you know, if things go well, we'll work on it as we go. Obviously, I've got a lot to work to do with lighting and probably with the sound and stuff like that. And there's some other things. Obviously, just gonna figure it out as we go. And I know it's not perfect, but I want it to be good eventually, you know, especially sound and lighting and video quality and stuff. We're not gonna be like shooting in 4K anytime soon. I don't think we have the capabilities for that quite yet, but maybe one day we'll be able to do some upgrading if these videos go well, if we do a good job. So, you know, see how that goes. But a lot of that'll depend on if we're doing things that people want. So we're gonna learn that as we go too. Today I just as a test, just for proof of concept, I want to see how some things work. See how it looks on camera. It looks way different, doesn't it? It looks weird in real life compared to what it looks like, what I see on the camera over here. Look, you can see this in here. Don't love it, but oh well. What are you gonna do? So I'm just gonna do a little teach of QAWALE. It's one of our featured games of the season. My goal is to have, like, I don't know, 8 to 10, maybe 11 featured games where we'll have like a breakdown of how to play, maybe a playthrough, just of those as we go through the season. And then at the end we'll, you know, say, hey, these games got played more than these games got played. Maybe get a round table at one point and say, what did you like, what did you not like, what would you consider this game complexity-wise, complicatedness-wise? Was it immersive to you? Just things like that as we talk about like the way we break down games and stuff. I definitely want to bring this camera down. I feel like I'm looking up into the stars. It's way too high. I'll figure that out eventually. Right now it is what it is. So we're just going to talk about QAWALE. It's an abstract strategy. There is no theme as far as I know. And you open the box, there's not a ton in there. Obviously I pull out the insert. I don't love it. Got a little rule book here. I'm sure there's a ton of different languages. Basically, this is it right here. I mean, you have 3 sets of stones, equal number stones. So this is your board. It's quite substantial. It's nice, actually, super nice. I typically use these, and I'm going to show you the 3 different colors kind of up close in our little zoom area. But, you know, some people think they look like little hamburgers or cheeseburgers. So these are the 3 different colors. There's a lighter one that's a little more beige, and then one that's kind of reddish. But there's not a humongous difference between a couple of them. So what you do is you take your corners and you fill those up with the neutral stones. And then one person takes their color of stones. Another person takes their color. And there's 8 altogether of each. So this has like a basic Mancala mechanism, and there are a couple of rules. You take your stone and you place it anywhere where there's at least one stone. That's illegal, totally legal. Then you pick up the entire stack. And some people mess this up sometimes. They'll pick up like all but one. No, you pick up the entire stack. And then orthogonally, which means up, down, right, left, or side, side. You begin to leave a trail as you go. So you pick them all up, drop one. So you could go here or you could go here. I'm going to choose to go here. Your next step, you leave one. You could either go here or you can go here. So I'm going to drop it here. And then last, you can go here, here, or here. You may not at any time backtrack on yourself. So you'd have to follow circuitous route. If at any point the stack gets high enough, you could come all the way back around to where you started, which is legal. You can drop one where you started, but you have to be able to come all the way back around. You couldn't do this. Everybody got it? Okay. So that's that. How do you win the game? To win the game, you've got to get to a point where you've got, oh, I didn't even do that right, where you've got 4 of your stones in a row. So any of these, they just have to be at the top. Now you can win diagonally. You cannot move diagonally. So you couldn't do something like this. That is illegal. So it's got to be orthogonal. And then, oh, we just saw, that's the one thing with this game is you have to be kind of mindful when you do stuff. Otherwise you'll get it everywhere. Now I'm playing intentionally silly just to get to a point where 4 in a row wins. And that's QAWALE. That's all there is to it. Not a ton. It's a great little breakfast game. Have your coffee, sit with your significant other, your partner, your wife, your husband, what have you, friend, and play on the patio or wherever. Doesn't have to be on a patio, but you could, because these don't blow around. So, I mean, if it was strong enough, it could blow around. What I'm saying is this is a nice early morning game. You don't have to play it in the morning. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My wife and I call it a coffee game, because you can just kind of set it up and go while you're having your coffee. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. If you ever get to a point, let's talk about this. There's one more thing. If you ever get to the point where, let's say, everybody has played all of theirs, and like, oh, here we go. Oh, nobody wins. At that point, it's just a draw. It's just a draw. Just set it back up and play again, and not a big deal. All right. So that was it. QAWALE, one of our featured games of this season. And this has been the Gehenna Gaming Group. I'm Jerry, and we'll see you out there.